Welcome to part 2 of the April vlog. I have got some good news. We were able to do the community task and go to the festival with the samurai march. The instructions said that we needed to stand the flag at 6 AM. I did think this was quite early, but then the neighbours said that we can do it at 7:30. From 8 o'clock we had our community clear up where all the neighbours get together and clean the parks and the streets. We were assigned the task of cleaning the park, which is ideal because our daughter could play on the swing. We definitely have to invest in some better tools before the next one. Luckily our neighbours are really kind and they let us borrow their ones. My daughter was telling all the neighbours that she turned 4 and they kindly made her a little cake out of blossoms and sand. I really like these events because it gives us a chance to get to know our neighbours a little better. Everyone was helping out with looking after my daughter, so it was really nice. The cleaning was finished earlier than expected, so we were able to go to the festival in Kanra. It was about 30 minutes drive and a really scenic route. The only problem was, because the festival had already started, it was really difficult to find parking. There were petals everywhere from the blossom trees and my daughter really wanted to throw them in the water. It's the first time we've been to Kanra and it looks like such a nice town. The festival takes place in the historic castle town Obata, a preserved town that dates back to Japan's feudal period. Obata Castle Town still preserves old samurai residences, traditional street layouts and irrigation canals and stone-lined paths. If you want to see a more traditional side of Japan, then Kanra is a really nice place to visit. It's been described as stepping back in time to the Sengoku period, which is 1467 to 1568, when the Obata family ruled the area from Obata Castle. The town retains much of its original charm with picturesque waterways and preserved samurai residences. I really love these events because all different age groups take part. They are all helping to keep history and traditions alive. One of them came to high-five my daughter, which I thought was really sweet, and I was surprised she didn't get scared. It does seem like quite a serious event, but they were having lots of fun too. There was a gentleman in the audience that seemed to know a lot of the characters' names. The parade lasts 2 hours, so I think by this time they were quite tired. I can imagine that the clothes are really heavy to wear. Apparently at this event they also reenact fights. Unfortunately we didn't know about it, and also we had to head back for the community task. But I'm hoping next year we can see the whole thing.
発。ありがとうございます。それではリクエストに応えて、一人勝ち抜きで360度あっと足だけ上げえいえいおーえいえいおーえいえいおーえいえいおーどうじゃ親切であろう。みんな
A few festivals that I've been to, they have included foreigners as well, but they usually group them together. This kind of includes them but excludes them at the same time. They have a lot of traditional style buildings in this area. Then it was time for a quick lunch and then we had to head back to Fukuoka. This was a really special moment for me. It reminded me of our 2019 Japan trip. We hired a car and if we saw something we liked, we just stopped off. As our daughter has dropped her afternoon nap, it gives us freedom to do more things. As we arrived home quite early, I decided to do a little Easter egg hunt for my daughter. Although they do have some Easter merchandise here, they don't have any Easter eggs. These mini eggs were sent over by our friends and we managed not to eat them. Last year I did one with the kids snack boro, but this year it was really nice to have some proper little eggs. Happy Easter to anyone who is celebrating Easter. I did leave them in quite obvious places and she did find them quite quickly. By the time she went outside to find the eggs, the one on the car had fallen down. Then at 3 o'clock we went to take down the flag, and that was the final part of the community task. With regards to the community tasks, we don't have any problems actually doing the tasks. What is difficult is different neighbours are telling us to do different things. A lady came to our house and she said that we had to go to the community centre at 3 o'clock and collect the money that was there, count it and then pass it to the accountant. Another neighbour said that we should stay there between 10 and 3 just in case there's any burglars that go in there. And then the neighbourhood accountant said there's never been any burglars, you don't need to stay there, just come back at 3 o'clock to take down the flag. He also said don't bother collecting the money, we'll wait till the new year. I mean, it was only 300 yen, so maybe it wasn't such a big deal. I think our issue is because we're just worried about doing something wrong. If different people are telling us different things, we're not quite sure who to listen to. Anyway, that is another one complete and it's not so bad. As if that wasn't enough excitement for one day, my husband popped out and he saw another little festival. This is a sight you would definitely not come across in the UK. They are a bit rebellious jaywalking in Japan. When we went to the community task, one of the neighbours asked us if we wanted something called a Hagoita, which is like a wooden bat. I'm just going to show you. You'll have to excuse the mess. It looks like my daughter's been here, but he gave us this really nice ornament. He said it's for the new year, but he said you can display it all year round. It was really, really nice of him to think of us. At the risk of sounding like a nosy neighbour, I do wonder what they're doing in the factory next door. The redecorating is getting done slowly but surely. Yesterday, we had a little bit of a sticker emergency, and this is something that could only happen in Japan. The nursery gave us some really specific instructions on where to put her name. So they've given us a diagram of the swimming costume and where to put the name label. In the first year of my daughter starting nursery, I was always making mistakes, so I have learnt my lesson. So I took a photo of the sticker and I went to the nursery and I said to the teacher, is this the right one? So I went out and bought it, everything was fine, and then last night I thought I'm going to get everything ready. Wrote her name in big letters on this sticker, only to find this wasn't the actual size of the sticker, so they actually peel off into 21 little stickers rather than one big one. So at 20 to 8 yesterday, I was driving like a mad woman to Syria and Daiso, and I just needed to find the right size sticker. They didn't have them in Daiso, and I went to Syria. It was literally 10 minutes before it closed, and I did get the right sticker. I'm sure the shop assistant thought I was mad, because when she showed me where they were, I was like, "Tasukarimashita," like, you saved me. And she was like, okay, type of look. Although I do think I was quite well prepared, I did go to the shop, I took the photo, went to the teacher to check, I did all what I was supposed to do. This has taught me never to leave anything at the last minute. As part of my mission to make this house more homely, I'm also organising everything. My daughter has grown out of so many of her clothes. I'm not too sure what to do with them, but I'm going to tidy them away for now. As I feel like I'm always shopping for clothes for her, I decided to get quite a few in different sizes. And I was really happy to see the festival clothes come out. Woohoo! These ones are a lot easier to put on than the ones that I had when I was young. I'm really looking forward to going to the summer festivals this year. These are the clothes that I bought for my daughter. A lot of them were on sale because it will be too hot to wear these soon. The next task was to write her name and wash all the clothes. And when the nursery say write the name on everything, they really do mean everything. As well as clothes, it includes things like plastic bags, nappies when my daughter was using them, and masks. On the 8th of April it was Buddha's birthday, and the nursery sent home some momochi for the family. We received some instructions by email saying please put your hands together in prayer before eating it. Finally, the day had come to go and see the Sumo. When we booked the tickets in January, it seemed so far away and it's already arrived. Parking was a little bit of a nightmare, but we still managed to get there on time. You can see they have lots of different food stalls outside the gymnasium. And I was really starstruck when I saw my favourite sumo wrestler, Ura. This is the gymnasium where the sumo was taking place, and I'm going to make a separate episode on this. When there were any breaks at the sumo, the queues for the food were so long, so we didn't manage to get any lunch, so when it was finished we were all so hungry. We headed back to Fujioka and popped into Cocos. Because it's a family restaurant, it's great for kids and there's something for everyone to eat. They also have colouring and mazes for kids. My daughter is getting so good at doing mazes now. We got a little souvenir bag for the neighbours as they were unable to get the tickets. Join me in the next episode to find out what I have got in my parcel. Not exactly a cliffhanger, but anyway, sayonara!